right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Tonight, a volunteer football coach shot in front of his team. A parent talking about what he witnessed.
More warmth tomorrow, a strong cold front Friday. I'll time out the rain and storm chances.
But first tonight, a showing of solidarity in St. Louis.
We're not okay, and we need your support.
Hundreds of people gathering together, singing and praying for Israel. Tonight, Israel is massing its troops and weapons on the border with the Gaza Strip with widespread anticipation on a ground invasion that could happen at any time. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. For the 5th day since Hamas' surprise attack, rockets fill the air between Gaza and Israel. Tonight, we know at least 24 Americans are dead. Dozens are still missing. Some are being held hostage. Today, President Biden reaffirmed his support of Israel and vowed to bring Americans home.
Folks, there's a lot we're doing. A lot we're doing. I have not given up hope on bringing these folks home. But the idea that I'm going to stand here before you and tell you what I'm doing is bizarre.
The president also issued a warning to Iran, a longtime ally of Hamas, to be careful of its involvement. Tonight, hundreds of people in the St. Louis Jewish community gathered in solidarity.
Many in attendance have family and friends who have joined the war effort. Laura Barczewski is live at the JCC in Creve Coeur, where heartache filled the room. Laura.
Mike and Ann, everyone I spoke to tonight has some sort of connection to the conflict in Israel and felt compelled to be here to support each other, as many of them are taking it hour by hour, praying that their family and friends overseas are still alive.
The lives of Jewish people around the world changed in an instant as Hamas launched heartbreaking attacks on Israel.
Israel changed forever. The entire Middle East changed forever. Some people would even say that the whole world changed forever.
On Wednesday, the St. Louis Jewish community stood together in solidarity, praying and singing.
And I'm lighting this candle for all the people that are being held as hostages in Gaza.
5 small flames represented hundreds of people's support for each and every person facing conflict in Israel.
An attack on the state of Israel is an attack on all Jewish people. It is an attack on our hearts and our souls.
Megan Applebaum says this conflict is extremely hard to watch from afar.
It can be really isolating to be Jewish right now, especially when you're unable to help directly with everything that's going on.
Many feel attacked on all fronts.
We're not okay, and we need your support.
As they even fight hate and anti-Semitism right here at home.
In the past year in the United States, anti-Semitism was at its highest recorded level since we started recording this. There's always a level of fear and concern that exists.
Consul General Mayor Elbaz Durinsky shared an update from the Israel Defense Forces saying hundreds of reserve soldiers have joined the fight.
Just as we've prevailed over all this atrocity throughout history, we will prevail over this atrocity together.
And this love that filled the room, even thousands of miles away, makes a difference.
Tiny flames of remembrance and hope. Together, we can and must keep those flames burning, determined that they will shine brightly once again.
The Jewish Federation of St. Louis has joined many other federations in a fundraising effort to raise $500 million to send to the front lines. We'll have a link on KSDK.com if you'd like to help. Reporting live in Creve Coeur, Laura Barczewski, 5 on Your Side.
Local Palestinian Americans are also praying for peace tonight. Since the fighting began over the weekend, Saddam and Malad Hamed have been glued to their phones, staying up to date on the fighting and checking in on their loved ones who are living in the West Bank.
I hope everything goes back, and it starts being in peace all over, you know.
I'm sure there's Israelis, I'm sure there's Palestinians that would love to live in peace like they lived for hundreds of years in Jerusalem and those parts. They've lived, for hundreds of years, peacefully. I mean, make it a one state.
Both Saddam and Malad made it clear Islam does not condone the killing of innocent people regardless of religion.
This weekend, the dome of the Missouri State Capitol in Jefferson City will be lit in blue and white in honor of the Israeli and Americans killed in the attacks. The tribute will start with the weekly Jewish Sabbath at sunset on Friday and end at sunrise on Sunday. Tonight, we're hearing again from a St. Louis teacher trapped in the war-torn country. Madison Pines moved to Jerusalem in August. The 22-year-old Marquette High School graduate teaches English to elementary school students. Right now, she's sheltering in place in her apartment as her parents work to get her home safe.
It is terrifying. In the blink of a second, my worst nightmare came true. My parents have been working around the clock to try to find a way home for me, find a safe ride to the airport. And so just really working to make sure I am safe on top of being nervous and stressed out that I'm in an active war zone.
Pine says she's been spending her time making care packages for Israeli soldiers. You can read the latest on the Israel-Hamas war on KSDK.com. For a link to our stories, just text the word Israel to 314-425-5355.
Tonight, a volunteer football coach is in the hospital after a shooting right at the youth football practice. It happened last night at Sherman Park in North St. Louis near Kings Highway and MLK Drive. 5 on your side's Robert Townsend talked to witnesses tonight.
1 minute, Dorian Ortiz says he was watching his daughter enjoy cheerleading practice at Sherman Park, but within moments,
you hear like 4 or 5 shots.
Many ran for cover after hearing the gunfire at the North St. Louis Park. But Ortiz and other parents ran and saw Shaquille O'Shea, a volunteer football coach, had been shot.
So we all shoot up the hill, see what's going on. We see a man shot multiple times in the stomach, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted the guys try to, hey, let's get him out of here.
Police say shortly after 7 Tuesday night, the 30-year-old O'Shea and another man got into an argument when the suspect shot the coach near the football field in front of players and parents.
It's the problem of young men really don't know how to control their temper.
Sherman Park is behind Wold Recreation Center. For more than 50 years, the center has provided sports and other activities for kids year-round.
That's why I was a little upset more than I was a shocker, because this is a safe haven. This is where everybody's supposed to come, even parents, to relax.
A source tells me there were several dozen young students out here practicing with their coaches at the time of the shooting. After the crime, police say the 43-year-old suspect walked inside their North Patrol Division station and turned himself in.
That indicates that he has remorse for what he did. This is an exception, not the rule. But it's still traumatic for the children.
Community leaders say Shaquille O'Shea has been a popular football coach and role model for kids for many years. For the past 2 years, he's volunteered with the city's City Rec Legends program.
Yeah, I hope he just pulled through, because the kids need him.
Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
The Urban League is now offering counseling for those who witnessed the shooting at its headquarters on North Kings Highway. That's tomorrow from 5:15 to 7:30 p.m. Tonight, St. Louis police are investigating 2 separate shootings in the Dutchtown neighborhood in South City. We now know a 19-year-old man was shot and killed in an alley off Osage and Louisiana around 7 last night. About 10 hours later, a man was shot in the back just a few blocks down near Keokuk and Louisiana. His condition is not known. Anyone with information on either shooting, please call Crime Stoppers. You can remain anonymous. The number is 866-371-TIPS.
Tonight, the St. Louis Reparations Commission met and is now asking for new recommendations before the end of the year. Since forming back in March, the commission has collected data on inequalities, including income, education, health care, and more. Now it's looking for more feedback about what direct payments to Black residents would look like. The next in-person meeting will be October 28th. Tonight, we're getting an inside look at renovations underway inside the old courthouse in downtown St. Louis.
The $24.5 million project is the last phase of massive improvements at the Gateway Arch National Park. Brent Solomon is live tonight with more on the changes underway. Brent.
And it's out with the old, in with the new. And just imagine showcasing the history of the old St. Louis courthouse, but preserving its character on a building that made its mark on history.
In our own backyard, history was made here. The old courthouse, the site of the first 2 trials in the Dred Scott cases back in the mid-1800s, as the couple fought for freedom. It's why the Gateway Arch Park Foundation has an important goal in mind.
And ensure that we're always learning from the past so that it can inform our future.
Every one of these rooms has had a major investment.
Wednesday afternoon, we got an inside look at the work to make that a reality. Now closed to the public, a major transformation is underway, making the old courthouse more accessible.
For the first time in this building's history, people with mobility issues or challenges can use this elevator to get from the first to the second floor.
There will be new, modern exhibits.
This gallery will provide that context for what was going on in St. Louis during that time,
as well as safety upgrades.
So replacing the HVAC, fire suppression, the water, the electric, making sure everything's up to code, modernized.
The work started in February. Less than a year into the 2-year renovation, crews are discovering what they never knew existed.
You can see these vaulted brick ceilings. We had no idea these were here. There's a lot of things we found as we were digging underground, old piping, old historic features that were really cool.
Combining the old with the new to showcase St. Louis history to the world.
We're really pleased with the progress being made.
Now, renovations are expected to be finished with the public being able to access and view the new facility come spring or summer of 2025. Live downtown tonight, Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
A viral video claiming to show the start of Hamas' surprise attack on Israel. But is it real? We verify. Bargains up for bid.
Wow, only paid $13. Great buy. Yes, that's why we're here.
The auction house in St. Louis offering everyday items and helping people make ends meet.
How long will this warm weather last? I'll time out our rain chances and storm chances, and when finally this fall chill comes back into play.
A surprise move tonight, but the United Auto Workers in its weeks-long strike against the big three automakers just hours ago announced another 8,700 workers would walk off the job. This took place at Ford's largest plant located in Louisville, Kentucky. The plant produces the popular F-Series trucks. Ford says UAW President Sean Fair called for the strike after the automaker presented its latest offer. GM workers in Wentzville were the first to go on strike nearly a month ago.
Tonight on Capitol Hill, House Republicans are closer to picking a new speaker, but a vote has been pushed back until tomorrow at the earliest. Congressman Steve Scalise in Louisiana, the current majority leader, was narrowly nominated for the job today, but he is lacking the 217 votes needed. Reports say he only had the support of 113 of his Republican peers in a secret ballot. Until a new speaker is chosen, Congress cannot approve full-scale U.S. support for Israel. Our Verify team is pouring through several claims about Israel's war with Hamas. Tonight, Brandon Lewis looks into a viral video claiming to show the beginning of the attack.
On October 7th, Hamas militants stormed the border between the Gaza Strip and Israel, killing hundreds of people. The following day, a viral video on X claimed to show Palestinian fighters parachuting into Israel as part of the attack. But is this what that video really shows? Let's verify. Our sources are the original video posted to TikTok, the El Nasser Soccer Club in Egypt, and Google Translate. The viral video contains a watermark from the TikTok user Eslamer1. A search of their profile shows the same video posted on September 27th, more than a week before the attack. The person speaking in the clip is explaining in Arabic that members of the Egyptian Thunderbolt are parachuting at the El Nasser Club to mark the Prophet Muhammad's birthday, an Islamic holiday. The Thunderbolt is a special forces unit of the Egyptian army, and El Nasser is a soccer club based in Cairo. You can see the same blue fence and soccer pitch with blue and green chairs on the club's official Instagram page, as in the viral video. So, no, this video does not show Hamas militants parachuting into Israel. It was a special forces demonstration in Egypt before the attack. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
What can we verify for you? Send an email. The email address, verify@ksdk.com.
Tonight, the Federal Trade Commission is cracking down on so-called junk fees. Those are the surprise costs to check out when buying concert tickets and booking airfare and hotels. The FTC says those fees cost Americans an extra $80 billion a year. There will be 2 months of public comment on the rule before it becomes official.
Tonight, a financial break for Missouri women. A group of menstrual product makers are now offering to reimburse consumers for the so-called pink tax. Missouri is one of 21 states that collects sales tax on feminine hygiene products. For a list of brands and to submit your reimbursement, go to tampontaxback.com.
By now, we've all heard of online grocery shopping, but what about online grocery bidding?
Our Michelle Lee found there is a place in St. Louis that's helping people make ends meet, one offer at a time.
From heavy machinery to professional lights, even cleaning supplies, anything and everything is up for grabs.
Wow, only paid $13. Great buy. Yes, yes. That's why we're here.
This is just one place you go when you win at BCL Auction. It's Bill Cockrum's family-owned business, 6 decades old.
I have not missed the auction since September of last year.
Why?
Because the deals. This is what everything you get is like a pennies on the dollar compared to if you bought it in the store.
From regularly scheduled auctions to overstock and going out of business.
There's definitely great buys.
Depending on what you're looking for, you could save big, even at the grocery store.
I just went online this morning.
Bottles of wine for $2, lotion for $1. Even Travis Kelce Christmas ornaments. The latest hot auction is from a grocery store going out of business. And while it's always tough to see neighborhood stores disappear, their inventory still has to be sold, giving people a chance to save their hard-earned money.
We, on average, add 100 to 200 new bidders every month. Once they find us, they realize that there is a great opportunity for them to have savings and also to find unique items or just something that they're needing. I'm here every week.
It also brings a little joy when money's tight, a small win to seize the deal of the day.
We have people that have been bidding with us for 30 years, and then we have people that it's their first time and they become literally addicted to it. Thanks, Bill. You're welcome. I'm welcome. Yeah. Yes, I definitely have a problem, but I am saving money.
For Making Ends Meet, Michelle Lee, 5 on your side.
A lot of small businesses or startups take advantage of the auction. So do daycares, healthcare facilities looking to save on cleaning products or other items. Some people even resell the items as a business.
All right, just minutes ago, the winning numbers were drawn for tonight's $1.73 billion Powerball jackpot. It's the second largest lottery prize ever, and here are your lucky numbers: 22, 24, 40, 52, 64, and the Powerball is 10.
Let's get to meteorologist Jim Castillo, who is in for Scott tonight with the weather first forecast. We got through hump day.
Yes.
It's all downhill from here.
Kinda, yeah.
It's going to get
well,
chillier.
it's for the work week, so how is it looking weather-wise?
Well, you know, this time of year you get those roller coaster rides, and so tomorrow we'll do another 80 for you if you like the warmth.
And
then a chance of rain, which we need on Friday, first part of Friday, and then it gets really chilly and windy for the weekend, which is great for pumpkin picking, right? 80 degrees for that high today, 71 for that overnight low. And by the way, Cusimano, did he check his tickets? Have you seen him?
Yeah, he's still here.
Okay. 51 for that overnight low, but what a beautiful shot here looking down Market Street. We're a really nice night. Overnight lows near 60 in St. Louis, and you notice that humidity, it's kind of creeping back up. A couple showers popped up. Let's zoom in to Pike County, and then a thunderstorm just northwest of Quincy. So the atmosphere is trying to get charged, and so it looks like we're going to stay dry tonight, but it's 70, and the dew point's close to 60. Humidity way up there at about almost 70%. Overnight lows tonight outside of St. Louis in the 50s, close to 60 in the city, and then the wind really picks up tomorrow. If you like a warm and windy day, tomorrow's your day. 80 degrees for that high, maybe 81. South wind 15 miles an hour, gust to about 30. And then here comes that cold front. So it's really warm, and even tomorrow night's another warm night. And then as we get into Friday, here's the morning hours, probably a thin band of showers and storms and maybe a strong one, but showers and storms are possible, and some downpours and some strong gusty wind with some of those, because this is a strong cold front. But notice that blue on here, that's that cold windy air that's coming. So we'll watch Friday through at least the afternoon, maybe even early evening. evening as the front pushes in, and then by Saturday and Sunday, upper 50s and low 60s, and those wind gusts will stay up. So here's a sneak peek at Saturday and Sunday. Chilly, windy, sprinkles possible Saturday, mainly cloudy, and then on Sunday a chilly breeze, also mainly cloudy, maybe a little bit of clearing late in the day. And finally, as we get into next week, a little breezy on Monday and 60. But, well, I guess we're going to stay in the 60s and really kind of dry as we get into the end of next week also.
Yeah.
All right. So what did Frank tell you earlier today?
He said this would be the last time we saw him because he had the winning lottery.
He brought his ticket out here at 5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock. He said that's it. But apparently Frank didn't win because he's here.
I would never leave you guys. I love this job.
So you won?
I did not. Doug Armstrong does not have high expectations yet for the Blues this season so far. Lance Lynn had a horrifying inning, and wait till you hear what the Kentucky football coach told his fans today.
The Sports Desk is sponsored by Jim Butler Chevrolet, the Midwest's #1 Chevy dealer 10 years running.
Tomorrow night at 7, the Blues open up in Dallas. That's the city where the season ended last year. We knew what was happening last year. We're not sure what Doug Armstrong's squad will be like this year. We do know Army's teams have made it to the postseason 10 times in the last 12 years. Armstrong was pleased with how his team shaped up during training camp, and he's hopeful the team will begin a new streak of making the postseason. With a lot of new faces from the team that opened a year ago, he sees the upcoming season as a step in the process.
You know, if you break the league into thirds, I hope to be in competitive with that middle third, and I hope to be at the top end of that middle third. That's our goal going in. And then do we build that foundation back to where it was in the past? And can we start building something that has to put us in the same spot where I personally view Colorado and Dallas now?
The Bruins and Blackhawks. Connor Bedard is one of the most hyped rookies in history, and in his second NHL game, he scored his first goal. But the kid from St. Louis, Trent Frederick from DeSmet, counters with a goal of his own on that great deflection. Bruins beat the Blackhawks 3-1. Be with us Sunday for Sports Plus, where the big names come to talk. The Blues captain Braden Shen will be here, and we're also talking Cardinal baseball with the always candid Andy Van Slyke. He will say some things that will make you think. Like, should the Cardinals offer a boatload of money to this man, free agent pitcher Aaron Nola, today in Game 3 against the Braves? Nola went 5 2/3, struck out 9 and allowed 2 runs. Bryce Harper, who made the base running mistake in Game 2, provided the pop in Game 3. 2 home runs. Phillies take a 2-1 lead with a 10-2 victory. Lance Lynn and the Dodgers had a 4th inning to forget in Arizona. 3rd inning, Geraldo Perdomo, Ketel Marte, Christian Walker, Gabriel Marino, 4 solo shots, which is history. And the Diamondbacks lead the Dodgers 4-2 in the 7th inning. They could sweep tonight. The Astros did win their series against the Twins. Finally tonight, there is nothing more insane in sports right now than college recruiting. Now, in the old days, you got the offer, you accepted, you arrived, then you got your free education with room and board. Now you have a head football coach in the SEC, Mark Stoops of Kentucky, going on his radio show and begging for help. He just got beat by 38 by Georgia, and he said to all you Kentucky fans, if you're disgruntled, pony up so we can get some more good players. Then we have the story of CBC 4-star receiver Jeremiah McClellan, who just 2 months ago had this press conference to commit to Ohio State. Then on Saturday, he was on the sidelines at Mizzou wearing Mizzou gear. Who knows what happens there? I do know this. College coaches make offers, but sometimes they actually don't want the kid to accept. They're just showing some interest. The offer nowadays to recruits is like the phone call in the old days. Everybody gets them, and they sometimes mean nothing. Can you imagine if you did that with a marriage proposal and you really didn't want to get married, but you just made the offer? So will you marry me? Oh, yes, I will. Let me get back to you. Like everything in life, recruiting has a lot more drama nowadays, and that'll do it in sports.
All right, Frank, thanks.
Aquaman is coming to St. Louis. You can see him. The 3 local spots expecting a flood of Jason Momoa fans next week.
Well, your Thanksgiving turkey is going to take less stuffing out of your wallet this year. According to the American Farm Bureau Federation, prices are down 22% from last year, and it's all thanks to a drop in bird flu cases and a recovery of supply. Crock or treat. Just in time for Halloween, the casual footwear company has teamed up with Hershey for some sweet clogs. They come in classic chocolate bar and Reese's peanut butter colors. They're available for a limited time on Crocs and Foot Locker's websites.
Actor Jason Momoa will be in St. Louis next week.
Why are you smiling?
Why do you think? The Hollywood actor is touring the country to promote his new vodka, Meili. He'll be at the Schnuck store in Des Peres, October 17th from 4:30 until 6. Just standing there.
You can find Ann there.
That's right. On October 18th, he's going to be at the Dierbergs in Crestwood from 10 a.m. to 11:30. And then he's going to be at Total Wine and More in Chesterfield from 2 until 3:30.
That's all you have to say.
I'll take a case.
And there you have it. 5 on your side at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next.
Have a great tomorrow.